no be to aso adidi na che se o dey celebration owi a no dey akwakoda owura kitchen ko hiti aduane de ba ya na game no eye 2-2 tieri o hiti na aduane e kitchen aba to match no as at the 83rd minute or sorry yes o hiti aduane aba no okoba ye 90th minute pepepe na game no 2-2 tira se so extra time na 3-2 ni yi Senegal for e de o mafiri mu problem no I deal with Africans. Ufirisa I dear pa any how. Yen problem pa a moment of loss of concentration. And a problem. And I say na amuma to respect to the Europeans, but to kind of answer. And one of me game of some Nandia some okay. Senegal players and you money Belgium players and the CC account class. And you know, she England, DR Congo Fletcher on Yenny goalkeeper and passing Sinchain. Her almost left back, Arthur Maswaku is see a kind of Premier League in West Ham, sir, and today no Sobium, Sir Hurricane Ba, Sir Anthony Gordon Eba, Rashford Eba into Srono. She almost centre back, Axel Tuazembe in the Premier League. She obiti says Sanchal and Bamba. French League, you know. Body brow, I Francis. She Abrantia France, Aaron Wan Bissaka, Ross, no Nanesiaka, Manchester United. Ain't the problem, then they say, dear partner, African countries, no, ever work because of some making. Ebia now until the Intiano pay, maybe because I may rant it. Until I say, so games are Africa, Edia Frimuna, Sheminita. African countries no e consider goals. Her timer, African countries no consider goals. Odi ekwa South Africa fast we free mo o game no. Her timer South Africa e consider sago no. Asa agro. She La Côte d'Ivoire in Norway. 86th minute. And Norway eyi La Côte d'Ivoire free mo. Enra 86th minute. Anna England Eddie DRC Efrimo. And no crona another 86th minute. Anna Belgium. Equal as a omedi equalizer here. Etwasoko yi Senegal Efrimo. What is the problem? What do you think is the problem? I pay. Meno Anna Eddie Sound Komi. Oko live on Facebook, Pure FM TV. Mamenya o comments na yen kind. On YouTube, so no, Bright can come word on YouTube. And also, Oka, drop your comments, 90, and Yenina ye Jenjene home. Yenina ye Jene Black Stars. Say because Ekikakui, Ekikaba yo ho. Huh? So I've been in course for Ekikaba yo. Because I say Yakwe a thing. Where the African countries Dienya will walk up to him. What actually is the problem? What do you think is the problem? Anope, we are trying to find answers because a mind boggling. Sadia na ekoso a mind boggling. Ni shada ntiasie. Na odie ye ba bidi nkomo sisi. You ever heard the Black Stars of Ghana team no? Ewo Kansas City for the game against Colombia. Referee Clement Turpin, the French referee. One and about officiate so much more. Motai here UEFA Champions League no referee na. Enko for beka seninia and Leandro Trossard no samobeka ya Arsenal player no referee din no. Aha, ono ne be officiate yen game no. Me say the issues are so so, but Samanyo Yebetie and Koma Samanyo and Suriatuya. Honorable Kofi Adams still in the news. Eguso Ekasa Henry Asante Chum Ekasa the Ghana Football Association Henry and so Ewon Simbia or the Atugado Pebeko na Yakwakuti ayen in 7 and some other OP and the Yabethia giving community. Now say Equia Africa free mono. Ebi munso blame officiating say enura penalty a obejema Belgium foi any sala Cote d'Ivoire dey now and also clear penalty referee anye. What is the problem? Maxwell Nana Essien Atanasi yene no ebedi enkomo anope ne abejafo aka Jacob Achusebe any production team na enso I set wamu eta echi me di Andrew Sousu obetia frame and dikasa me tell me the chairman Bright can come bodu. Welcome on board anope yeba sorry so at exactly 12:30 yenim komano pay. Max, good morning.
Good morning, Andy.
Na bibia boko
nyame adumo
yade nyame ase. Say question will be able to say I the problem no den with regards to Africa because at the knockout stage over times now they consider goals now shadan tiasi and now the otiasi
metiasi pa on say me raised this concern earlier. And even yesterday when I was having Christian Koba, I was thinking that Senegal will also fall victim to the same thing. But Nakris feels that Senegal has what it takes to really punish Belgium, which was true until a certain part in the game. But at the same trend, it's a trend back when they continue back and naya, then it becomes a problem, which need quick fixing. And yes, Africa chances at the World Cup, they be a bear slimmer. On say to DR Congo, to the Ivory Coast on 2 occasions. Okay, against Germany and this very game. It's not to South Africa. Who time Lucy or Canada showman. It's also to Senegal. Ghana cross a biatu because any Croatia you take Ghana.
Yeah.
And Chebiano moso dibi de say. So it's a problem. But yet in here, Mr. Asofon, we ain't spiritual problem. Omuntemi, we ain't spiritual problem. Technically. Until let's deal with it. And the first problem is lack of clinical finishing. Problem Africa want to say, you create chances, no? So we're born African teams are able to create a lot of chances. And our general play with how many Europeans and now some with DR Congo, England in the first half, DR Congo were leading possession.
Yeah.
So we're able to play them toe to toe. But the one big problem, how to convert our chances, is one big problem for Africa. It is Senegal the only African to walk a single World Cup watch 10 goals. It is that and try double figures. So Senegal na way the koi. Into yen convert your chances. Say on convert your chances are obey exposed to danger and your case are vulnerable. Because the least opportunity you best show back on. And Andy me no a very difficult so bad game no. And as I wish back cry and I say you take back to me him. Because with DR Congo they missed some chances, glaring ones. And I'm Senegal, they also did the same thing. Yes, sir. 2, they say, you'll be a friend of psychological pressure. On say, expectation that well, African teams and also a World Cup are too huge. I say, to say, it's any time I European will be able, we want to prove a point. And what I say, it's a more weight of expectation, be great. And you panic. Sebia yenya poshe goal na yense goal na game ne kodan numbers we panic. Chale say we say yes adi we say dey say wa ni yenyo. So the moment they panic na oma be anxious. Say o panic na anxiety ne basra we dey be commit errors. And error now be commit no these European teams no omo attackers are who are highly intelligent again omo matured. Well, and mature teams and intelligent omo quite fast yenya result. So the least opportunity I'll be no omo experience the least opportunity I'll be no and the omo de be punish and also your 3 no lack of concentration, especially in the defense. So between the 10th and the 15th minute to the end of the game, and your honor go ni nyina ba. On say Africa say a high pressure gamer. Your structure and your start a very, very disciplined. But the moment a game ne kwa ne wie no. Na ya dwan say oh we dre oh we there we. It will say your shape near distraction in a to miss so will become indisciplined. And no say one thing ema omodepa ena abrofo no munim. Omo steady or munim. And say drew sad time now that is the time they start attacking. They take a lot of risks. And now with substitution Belgian coach in here. Oye Jeremy Dokumuni had no they other attacking players too, they been within that time. and that gave them the results. They know. The other things here, fatigue, ebre. The entire maker say ebre and say, on the Africa teams, yeah, ball boy different from South America. South America ball boy different from Europe. Europe's boy different from Asia. And the extent say, African teams rely on pace, power, and high intensity game. And again, yes, also a highly physical. Your output in a highly physical. Andy, your both physical game. But to me, most a game now 90 minutes. And yet easy. Say obey that physical game now 90. And we are there brebeba. And say the last 10-15 minutes, no. Excuse me. Now a brand and the idea about a brand banso Andy. You can't give the best. Like maybe me say obey jumana wabre. And the obra creativity so take. Into where that you can perform at the highest level now, as or performing. And at the last but not the least, and they say, inexperience, any game management. Inexperience is such that about the world stage in major tournaments, African teams ain't experience or knockout matches. Because we mostly don't go there. Yeah, cause we don't try. I told you, and Ross and Rich say, African team be no wako World Cup and the first knockout game, no, or to me winning, or two no more winning, extra time. Extra time. Until yenye experience. So here what we do is that inexperience now how to kill game no anyhow. Again, senior bear own say European and South American teams no. Omo substitution and the omo to be a substitution at the killing game. And omo dey keep possession. Omo to be a substitution at the make it tactical fouls. To say that make a range foul no and I'm say tactical. Omo said that make it tactical fouls. That will break all the play. No matter slow down the game. But African teams here lead you say game no crack and asani a draw. We still do the same thing that we are doing. Even if we are leading by 2-0, Andy, instead of us to play around, it won't say teams in Bohol, they play around. So what's the part? No, we have a part. And my cousin said the best way to defend is to possess and yet to attack. Because when you are possessing the ball, your opponents own your ball and fire head too. It teams that say because of Barcelona, Madrid, the way we defend any PSG, the way we play the ball. Because we have a ball on papa 15 minutes on Ankabi. It's within that 15 minutes, we won't bring a ball and head a defensive play. And again, you bet to make in a way say, O crowd ball, no bar, unya the true man, to be out the best sandwich. So this is how we defend. But in Africa, even when we are leading, and we will still play the same thing that we are playing. As if we are still looking for goals. Say you be defending so. Now your science is a structure. And the only thing that these European teams are experienced, because already the world best player is Harry Kane. He is highly an experienced player. The least opportunity you do, and you're better punished. And now you saw my senior man Romelu Lukaku. Yeah, it's the Unimaka so nyadi amenu will become. And see, experience. And so one least opportunity and these are the technical reasons Africa for a falter. And then you one and then two, and you three, and you four, and you five. So it's a problem we need to fix. But then Senegal, then rather no more free parking or so.
Hey.
Huh? Oh, maybe it's a question. I don't know. Say penalty in a very contentious. I don't know more free parking or so.
So compare any Morocco the clear penalty. We did. Now a
but we a clear penalty. Now because the uptown, your friends, the strikers now were Europe, they are highly experienced, so they know what to do to get that. So little details in our home. And a strikers, no, bomb, more training a day striker. Instead of strikers, or more scarce and attacking players are scarce.
It's much of my music say Sabon na a clear penalty.
A penalty.
La Cote d'Ivoire for ball. Pepe tackle on the corner penalty.
Yeah, and a referee discretion. It might be a pen. I think say it was a pen. Even like Cote d'Ivoire, penalty. I say it too. Cote d'Ivoire penalty. Exactly the point. Congo so Hurricane ball na a penalty by Anja Mom. It will be a benefit to be. Until Yanji obedience, it was clear penalty. What happened was that player not all clear ball, but striker near fast in the 9-year day. I could see one or kick. The fact is that was there a contact or not? And the law say if there is a contact, the referee few say a contact, a penalty. But no, I mean, me dry pa because I'm person can Senegal for free parking also.
What who
a before so mine. world the or but Africa the omo pen omo nye be san so unti Africa omo nim so omo ye ombenya support
me hu say no ko dwa omo pa say the omo ye no omo ye no Morocco ho no say unu no
ade no man ko e bi ho
say omo say no mo he coach ni say
good
obeka jom so omo work out
in Jamaica ye ka say dance a yard before you dance abroad e say ye fie ye ansa na wakoya abonti enti mo Senegal Africa de mo be free park no so asay no be the whole world ne de mba so wutie and the moon free park so one hu ade omo ye because I know na san ko free park no so na no mo ye man ko free park no so ye hwe de besi wo so you don't want to dance here but you want to dance abroad obesa of your unye fie Africa de omonse no ombese no although omo case but ombese Africa wow we African giants no amona some protect African football no obese no na ukọ because Africans will support you in China no kodru world ne the Andy said na the omunye the same thing or the omeka say oh yes Senegal for the way they world one who the inti ya Africa ya na problem Andy the way ade na kono o say no na me he di nkomo bi o ha say me mpese ye bedru random we na Africa country one me mpese awo
ye kika ko ide
me ka say yam pai so only Chris o say yam pai bo dis aye nyeden
na ko pai na ntom do mo pai
because teams na yes ya ni nyina no Andy ye ni obi o work clear cut me kwa nam so Algeria betumi amache Switzerland right but Chris also say Debbie no crowd or say draw from ye be so mti hwan o Ghana de be say Colombia Colombians also ye way ahead of course a game bibia to me see even Egypt come in Australia but also Australia omo ye very good defensively menji Egypt for ni and now the ojo omudi
Egypt
ojo omudi
nyomu ni sa
sesi aka hwan Cape
Verde
on be say hwan Argentina and her bay we okay nyame ne bone we aso ntumi nka de be no be de see your 7 greatest word in the world 7 wonders in the world right instead of between be the 8th wonder though it is possible but minute again near one Egypt ne Australia a game of equals Australia slightly ahead
because Ghana and Australia they work make kind point blank say Australia
yes
but Egypt one omoni abrofo na egba
yeah point blank there. I feel way there so my idea money.
Max idea
I feel way there. Na Ghana cry ni Australia be there enye easy. Na game umiem.
Apo Australia be show Max o. One mark Apo Australia. Now one match is this aí.
Mahe.
Australia. Australia.
Na so musi o mo work up head.
Australia. I also Egypt show. I also Egypt Australia. Na Senegal team we Australia nra. Na Senegal pa no na ka Belgium for asem mu eno me kai say hey ya ni
say me ka cha omo say o da bi na Senegal o je omo di on Senegal he omo ni form proud to this World Cup he omo friendly games on boy USA show omo 3-2 omo games omo USA show omo 3-2 no omo Norway they consider another 3 goals omo France omo consider another 3 even Iraq now o ka say because of the red card me how many red card did they get 1 or 2 Iraq enya red card and omo say before the red card na score here saying the rate at which they concede goals, and even in these games, almost are conceded 3 in Ponkambeka 2, almost conceded 3. And proud to the tournament, not form no a problem. When they are matured, Andy, that is the reality. These are the technical reasons African teams, struggle, and we need to work it out. Yeah, the positive thing for Ghana is say your coach, or a highly defensive. What I say, and the lines, to me, breaking it very well. That is what I like. But other than that, it's going to be a problem for Africa. Me per se, me mom warning. Since I also be able to Morocco. It was and this year the cap no Morocco. Omunya bass in bebrade intia. The way to prove your doubters wrong is by your works and your words. But what I say,
na enra McBerry butter biscuits, McBerry London Oats digestive no. Omo prediction enra 2 winners. Foster Archery echo for England and Belgium as well, and Collins Akwasimenu echo for England and Belgium as well. Team mumienu mona mo predict Corelia mo awini McBerry butter biscuits McBerry London Oat digestive predict and win on team package no e wo fia as and when amobenya time pass through no mobile monsa and so ebi to me aka ba na minkai messages ne kakra Facebook na yemfa mara nsem no ento aso emfa emamo blay kwesi Steven no Senegal kumi o mayare mpo Elijah akomia I'm Odi for watching you live from Brema in New York. Nana Kwame PSC Nyansani was South Africa team. Support African teams at your own risk. Ena Odiaba. Sami Tuga or FIFA is using the referees against us. Ibrahim, as counting on African countries to do well in the World Cup is like counting on Arsenal to win UEFA Champions League. Chia, ebe makra ayira makumati. Okay. Israel Bina, Andy, the problem is due to stupid challenges by African coaches. Okay. Sanso and Filippo from Kwabreka say Otisho no Kojo Apia or say African players lose focus towards the end of the game. That's the problem. Also Nedia Enono. And Ibrahim say, Andy, you know what? I think the problem is the problem. We say Bebeto Channel say I left around 83rd minute and went to sleep. This morning I went to work and teasing the Belgium guys. Surprise to me, they won the game yesterday. I can't think far. Oswald, Jima Francis, also be sure to be fine. Also, I think it's complacency, Andy. It's one thing with Africans. We are always relaxed when things start going well without pushing. I think, sir, Enra, Rudy Garcia, the coach for Belgium, after the game. Na we say Emmanuel Ama or say Bibinidie. Kwesi culture or say Andy Casillas. I have been thinking about this, sir. I don't even know the reason why. The problem is the mentality. But Ghana and Morocco will make Africa's proud. Senegal party, hey, Andy, continue. Why? Because I don't think far. By the way, let's go Ghana. And Blinks SA, they should continue use their starting energy till the last whistle. Adoko Emmanuel say already feels a lack of concentration. Na Kwesi Sheldon say, Andy, to me, I think it's up to us to blame ourselves, cause I see that we give so much respect to them, and the way the threat is going, the Europeans and the Latin Americans will always laugh at us. So I think they should sit the Black Stars down, talk to them to look at the time the Africans do concede goals. Look at Ghana against Croatia. It happened to Ghana around 86 minutes. Then Croatia took the lead. Of course, it happened. Yes. And Samuel Simpson or say, Andy, read the Belgian coaches post conference and you will understand. Yes, and an American. Basco Joe as Ochia Ubia. Nana Kwame PSC as Andy, we can't blame the referee. I think it's lack of concentration and complacency. And on sorry about some two guys say I bet Senegal to win only first half and I won 20,000. Second half, I don't trust African teams. Also the messages will be brave na Raymond say Andy, I'm done supporting African teams at this World Cup because what Senegal did party Mayarokra sets upon their cons. Oh, Andy, the problem, they need good coaches. Okay. Nana Abate, say keep the fire burning, watching live from Belgium. Samuel Joseph, say good afternoon, boss. Watching you live from Italy, Paderborn. I think the problem is from the Senegal coach. I'm not sure the Bamba Murata, say OTA from Ntonso, Brotherhood IT Services. Say African teams lack character. Noble Asari, I say it's all about game management. ɔno nso ne deɛ no Kwaku Romeo ɛse ɔhɔ ɛde free ɛyɛ Kasem quarters ɔsɛ Africa for pa deɛ na asɛm o ɛna ɔsɛ yɛnkyia Maxwell ɛmfa ne idol ɛne Maxwell. Emmanuel Kofi Amankwa, Morocco will be the only team that will be left in the round of 16 ɔhɔ from Joburg. Kwabena Boateng says Senegal deserves to go home. Set upon and say, oh, Senegal. Solomon Dati and say, I'm pleading to FIFA to just give Africa only 2 or 3 slots per. Africa just wasting some of the country's chances of coming to participate. Mr. Kwame and say Senegal is a useless team. Sims Kofi S.O. from Amsterdam. Onosonedia or the Barano. Adoko Emmanuel say they didn't boycott the game because they don't value and respect our own. Papa Kwesi Manuel say Maxwell and controversial comments. Yes, right, I was our phone. I know you said you sit here in Senegal, and so and to me and qualify on my film, and of course, DRC. And so anything you qualify almost every minute, you know, and your baby Africa, yen so ye de ade no and so e kore buza yan kwai na yemfa latest no enfrin ko focus amreba ye bedi community and so etimi e dia found buza wanra mama fan to say England game and also timi course no any or mine are from cell DR Congo and it's ready boy don't see a starting game in the first half yabo a 7th minute and a branch Francis Sipenga in your first goal edema a DR Congo game on air course 75th minute hurricane ahead the ball at the 86th minute hurricane individual brilliance at the second goal edema England woman and so to qualify run ahead of Omaya from DR Congo the course of Belgium any a Senegal and so boy Maminfa and together some first half in the 24 minutes and a branch friends Ibrahim Diarra in your first goal and Senegal second half you start to your ancha and a branch friends and no Ismail Assar and ya the second goal in Telsa 55 minutes no Senegal early Belgium by 2 goals to no wouldn't say game there course 86 minute Lukaku every bench ever take and that's what I say go Emma game 2-1 89th minute and a jury tournaments and so the game no echo 2-2 extra time 120 plus 5 and a penalty echo by a jury telemans SR Warukotoneta echo yes 3-2 and so the Belgium Senegal and so free tournament anymore and the US Ahumachi Wamuchi Bosnia and Herzegovina as from 2-0 Balogonga Shego and a branch friends Malik Tillman and so your second goal and the course and the games about 7 p.m. Spain and Austria sounds and 11 p.m. Portugal everybody here Croatia and no area San Comano yet Emamon and so Jumadin Sahumache Mamin Fawe and Tugas and Yankupon Yadmani or Chanahumache about 3 a.m. The tennis Switzerland and Algeria and so bet Messia can not area yet and some Emamon pay and some Ewo Jumadin Sanino yet in common and so Yedin Cobo 9 Fapi and Tugano pay Dika Emame 3 a host nations no Mamin Fantugas 3 host Mamin Fantugas on 3 different occasions 86 a minute you consider go say Algeria Egypt and Ghana and Cape Verde and 86 a minute because La Côte d'Ivoire consider go 86 minutes Samsung DR Congo consider go 86 minutes Mamin Fantugas Senegal and so consider go 86 a minute in Africa yenim the 86 minute woman and careful and edit and I just say about some nana say akomatiam and so the DR Congo Mami Ora your friend is Lumumba woman iconic hair supporter about stadium not just say ono and so be jina o draco adiaso no man in Sasso at the Cosro to say game no and so to me Mami Fanto say when you visa Uncle America and World Cup matches be Mami Fawe and to us and na ono our 9th club one minute game no Mami Fantuga Sanaja game no so aya Mulumba utu se na koma enswati Mulumba and utu se enisu enswasha siebe Mulumba esu because a heartbreaking so was England 1-0 na game no wajina ma akwa drew minute 75 na for 75 minutes England for attacker aka 4 minutes and the referee de beka na Hurricane asan so akwakwashegu ama DRC enso akofrimo no we aye Mulumba just okora 9th club on akoye ni so and just unuam enso ba akomate a won etuni so Mulumba enso no mame fa we entugasa ne de ne nya reho urim sa okọ DR Congo kromo no ma apanyi ba ko wanyini pa owe na nimfie no ekwa ni mu pa farma me na chese papa yi enso monitor aye ne country ewo Kinshasa nim se obo ba win game na obo ko lusu game no panyi no na chese ogina wono onkasa but all the camera no tuna nima obo se ni so enso eso no obo se opanyi no enso share tiesa wono so na koma enso atimi to de to so ma wa obo na ata owura no wa chese wanyini pa oya supporter nimfie ekonanim na chese ko support the country na ayato omo enso qualify na for 86 minutes ye you omo ade from no na chese akoya rewo 70 mra eye players no ebi chese why samo enso no na chese aya fan papa no enso edi ni so bebrebe eno no so yeah, there was some Emma and so so now England players na dia omuntu obi case mami a branch friends Hurricane kwana yero Ivan Toney e kwana yero Jude Bellingham and so kwana yero obi to some Just Pence omunyina and so ko aye omo girlfriend omo yero mo Hurricane after the game no Constance nemo e kwashia na yere Ivan Toney and so kwashia na yere Jude Bellingham e kwashia na girlfriend just omunyina enso ko celebrate here e was stands me say omanya qualification nanka ade no anobaya dene Hurricane na e2 ne wife ano sa no ensan say the 2 goals ama aye England enso tena qualify nti ha no e also to me relax na bibia aye kama eno aye branch ya France Kane ene ade na wonsam enso de to obehu aye Ivan Toney obehu aye Jude Bellingham omunyina enem na omonso families no and aye wetune so masansam no yet emamum e wo dwumedine so me branch ya your friend Anthony Ayo Gordon na unya Anthony Gordon ama mefa we entiga se Gordon edin komadi afa Hurricane ho na no mubusa Anthony Gordon se onkyere mu how by na abrantia France Kane and so it means that's what it means spy aja team na you from England na kwan by na Hurricane afa so a what me spy omo na ensam na abrantia enso dia to ya no etra se no kran se England players no Hurricane omo jine de bruta omo trust Hurricane sa edru emra emuodin a Hurricane enso ebeya boafo e dia bomo wodi yenti abrantia friends Anthony Gordon o say yen friends you guys Hurricane have a season a ogini say e one player per na ABT Hurricane and also Leo Messi so the greatest of all time ono na ABT Hurricane say Messi and Hurricane this season player bia and Hurricane Yente Anthony Gordon Nenkomo Orituja after the game.
Does he inspire you guys on and off the pitch with those sorts of performances?
Yeah, it's amazing to be around him every day because when you're around someone at the elite level, he's at the very, very top of football. He's having a season that's only ever been beat by Lionel Messi, the greatest footballer of all time.
And see, Otin someone abrantia friends Anthony Gordon de Tuja. Sir, a Hurricane no born a wobon, a one player pair, and Ebia Obiti Hurricane, we are Somobaka, and a Michael Olise Wabo, and a Kylian Mbappe Wabo, and a way Mobile Dina Nebum, yeah, a player season way, one answer what top air former, I abrantia friends Hurricane, one and what top air form, and on area sound common, yet Emma Ewojumedus, abrantia friends Zlatan say, I know the Hurricane. Oba friend say Hurricane say and England for to say when Rooney mo entimi friend say already ever friend Hurricane say Hurricane or say Hurricane England and I know me catch say Jude Bellingham but you say Hurricane the greatest English footballer of all times akwano HBB eno ayede na oko USA game no so akoso a mame abrantia friends Florent Balogun wonu eheko edema na American national team no nemum osanso kodi red card onu se na me no ka say wababa ye the 4th player ewo knockout game ewo FIFA World Cup Oshegu no asakwa konti red card in 1962 semi-finals openya friends Garanta eheko de Brazil Osanso kodi red card Mami Fentugas in 2002 quarterfinals, Ronaldinho Eshego, Esanso Koti red card, Ediba Aye Brazil, Sanso and a 2006 Aye final, Zidane, Eddie Aye red card. Before that, no Ashego, Edema France, and Anra, Abranche France, Flaran, and as a way of Flaran, Aye Balagan, 2026, our run of Air 32. Oshego and Sanso Koti red card. Na Mami Fentuga Mami Aye tackle no. Ne tackle no Flaran Aye Balagan tackle na. Ema ninya Aye red card no Erunye. Ne tackle no ena warrior no unse Okotia Aye boss na player no nati na eno ena coach a friend say Mauricio Pochettino aba bontene say way na enya red card because nenya intentional player no Florent Balagan and Shada say Okotia Aye na dia Aye boss na Aye player no also way Osabatina TV achi ohwe no eno hu say Aye unintentional na Aye dia esi enso football Aye normal action in Aye football Aye accident esi Aye football when the US for this na Aye FIFA for the mpesa mo kire because Aye 4 different Aye incident NSC World Cup we am family because eno obodi Leo Messi dia no enso ye example Messi and Algeria because Messi ni Algeria right back no kwa bia Messi na ekotia ye omo ama Messi Aye red card say I had America for them. I'm the excuse. I must say 4 different incidents. No, and so the amount even almost America US. A bit of Duomo Yama opponent and a red card. Almost same that Hakimi Ashraf, Brazil, Morocco, Okotia Vinicius Junior, and Yaman a red card. I don't know so one on minor. You're from Haiti. I will get back. Probably Okotia and also Haiti. Yamam at Omo opponent in a red card incident. And as you see, Yamu be a record and a branch of friends of Balagon, dear, one a command Ragarunti and a coach of friends of Pochettino as well genius and a red card. Now Pochettino Real Commission Open says after Saudi America are qualified for the second time, America air qualified round of 16 air World Cup no. So say feeling more American and also say, oh yeah, sorry, name so kasa na o chantro. Where you 200% a Argentine or American and a coach and friend Mauricio Pochettino also a German warrior Edema a USA team the name of Manunche say or American or 200% a Argentine and I said I want some ACT na my boy na friend Malik a Tillman or no and the second goal in my US a free kick and Malik Tillman at the ball at and after the game Malik a Tillman echo the post-match conference no or Ronnie Boot no Henry so moja and I and socks no musa not just enra aquano aya juma pa ordinary so Emma aya boss na for no aya juma o we or Ronnie Boot no say aya blood and just say enu enso aya ne host no nyina enu e 9 see from na obon say moja enso akova ne 9 ho nyina enu aya said e ho simsiti a ya Emma mo e wo juma dinas na enra onim say na ya US omo fan baako Max Ohenan ewo eye Mexico fan eye park ensuo to enkofu akopa ba bia hye oso no de no obegina ensuo binimu a support eye USA national team no mama video no na yenko enim emra chese ensuo agemu enkofu edwane obi a enkopa ba bia hye obi adwane no nko a enwo ti America flag no e de akata ne ti enu ogina nso no se game no yenya mpoye anto se yebepon ahomache o a chese match ne course enso to os anto se ombepon ono anya de se o free eye baby ogina no obegina ho a enu aye se de hunsem esiatie na uko Belgium and Senegal game na course na Mami Trossard and Tillman and I said Tillmans unu say 2 players are yes as at the 75th minute na omoko aye Lukaku and a best separate of Hesro. The image now what top no yes ntokwa esie between aye Trossard and a branch of friends of Telemans not just omo quick aketo bi say enke bu pemra no mo ko hydration break no and a santokwa ne paye Emma Lukaku and a bepata omo na the 89th minute Trossard Kroya assist a branch of friends Yuri Telemans emonya equalizer Edema Omana from Belgium. Now, I told them to be on my to the right course. What is Ebois, Emanema, and so conkai. Mami player, na friends, Mami Arsenal players, no, I will FIFA World Cup. Mami Fawe enter yourself, Leandro Trossard, Ababa, the 6th Arsenal player. I will deliver assist. I will 2026 World Cup, no, club, and a future more assist providers. I will tournament than Arsenal. Martin Odegaard 3 assists. Victor Gyökeres 2 assists. Bukayo Saka 2 assists. Gabriel Martinelli 1 assist. Declan Rice that be where Gabriel guys 1 assist. Declan Rice 1 assist. And then Leandro Trossard and so assist. And to way Arsenal players no omuguso assist one national teams no Mami Trossard nankasa Miamete say Leandro Trossard ababa the first player work on us where chances are created no such chances are created so far World Cup we mo onim sem idea Trossard any player were creating most chances 15 plus Mami friend to us all the list about most chances created no Leandro Trossard and created 16 chances. Many reports and no from open play and be a corner and I say set piece be from open play and we created chances no. Now the autopsy number 2 Hakimi Ashraf were created 14 chances. Declan Rice created 12 chances. Florian Wirtz created 12 chances. Sadio Mane 12 chances. Mo Salah 11. Jean Diomande 11. James Rodriguez 10. Maxi Arau 10. And Kevin De Bruyne and so 10. And chances created. FIFA World Cup anymore. And you're doing some Edimamu Emra penalty never no be able to say Lukaku and a penalty kick on Lukaku. Yeah, we understand Lukaku ahanti over Ediama Yuri Telemans and a Lukaku actually still or go through mental struggles. Lukaku no also still when team Ediaman Shada Enko ye or go through mental struggles and to know in the right frame of mind. So we can crucial penalty and with James Edema Yuri Telemans and Lukaku and Edi San Komano na uramu enso ewo omana ye from some eno Dakar Senegal hinkro Dakar yenko Dakar eno disappointment anything Senegal supporters no very very disappointed ekwanya womo efa so elusu game na kwa fa so a womo free tournament ne mo no orebeho Senegal supporters no what yenko pa ena na esie edema Senegal ekwanya mo fa so a omunusu game no say de ote akonya so wada akonya nim de oda from oja ne ho atofom omu hu de omonya Senegal supporters no ehu kwan a omumfa sa defeat we emphasis because say we share 2-0 na game no wakra ma akodru 85 minutes be ha adwene Dakar ebi Dakar, but also when I would try now Senegal players now with and as supporters no utu say omu kuma tiye papa so already akwas omu kuma tiye eno area tia san komo no yet emam enso wojmo de no pe guso a yes ensam ba no eno about you say ba and say one Senegalese fan yes already after the game o collapse yes you fenti na obenyo panyin no enso de amamia and just say omujina ne so omo here no was stadium ho na ekoba ye say yewura extra time second half aye bepon and just a penalty ne ba ye no Trossard and some branch friends Telemans and the ball to net no and a branch no enso efenti ye and just ha ofenti out of no na so omutwin so egudu so eno na wo no opanyin no ebeba and oda form a omo ehe no wa fenti and oda form on ono na da no just wafenti because the course no na chese etena koma na abranche friends aye Papi Guayi farmami Max Otie enra omu free no Papi Guayi eko ne IG eko posti wakoye post media to na the odia to also take a break from the national ayo team se ekoba se bia coaching staff we Papa Tiao and ebe koso ayo coach and the backroom staff na ono national team of Senegal watching and so if one can say or retire from the national team or because of your coaches because I never akoso I was Senegal for camp I brand say or person or trying kakra or say at the right time no baba explode or baba no be yin some and so they go say na no Cristiano Ronaldo Manchester United or say time this wa or baba church and sim or ya pe and a creeping diata say we any kwaso obi make excuses the attorney says Senegalese deserve a better or disappointed Senegalese and to way no excuses and just our fay and away na say and a kofa him ko see and a referee and I say that was say any time I was making excuses become disappointed a Senegal for you know and a creeping theater. No, Emra, a commercial that Belgium for a comeback almost celebrated. I say, goalkeeper France at Thibaut Courtois. I said, no, you're surprised. I don't come to opinion. I don't ask them. Obi Engineer, I said, what you share and you're surprised. I don't say I come back. Well, baby, I was Madrid. I was Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Okay. Rodrigo, Eshe 2 goals to be edited Manchester City. So, who's Adiana? DSC in Rano, and said, and surprise. So, Antono, someone said, now, on you too excited. Moon said nas on share that you nigga just like Diana players no be aya on no idea and your first time at oh what I will be and so a club level I was Santiago Bernabeu Stadium or what I will be pa and Courtois name someone so dia tuga mami fa we Antonio say Edin Dzeko menya reports Enra Dzeko ababe the oldest a outfit a player one ends up here I will knock out a game or World Cup 40 years 106 days and what day and I am Bosnia for captain or your friends Edin Dzeko and I didn't want some answer to your average medina so now my main family and to say I can't come back I will walk up with my Demete and it's a 2026 wire walk up with setting be that from now about take up a winning game no yes I see Emprema Kuma 11 times and a team be either from wire come back about winning game 11 times and a SC. Yes, I'm not here. ABC. The last edition I had 10. Name way equal 11. And I had Jamaica. Now a branch of friends Hurricane from Mammy. Jamaica is some not here about knockouts a stage goes our major tournament by European players since Euro 2020. Only Hurricane being it World Cup and I say Euros no Hurricane our 10 goals. Jodino Mbappe 7 goals. Dani Olmo, Kasper Dolberg, and Goncalo Ramos. Omunyina ewo 3 air goals. Onu said na England I attempted 35 air crosses. 35 air crosses. Yes, we air the first time since air Mexico. Air Tanasem Adia 1966 against Mexico. And in a game on board air 37 crosses. And against air DRC England ebo air 35 air crosses. And air said the 170. My friends for air Timbers because I Woman, and I say, where are your flight anymore? Omo Kono, and you tell say, Omo didn't come and come and say, what tell us, I know crab, Mbappe, Omo friend, I am Mobutu. Mobutu, I am Mobutu, I am Seseko, and we are former or DRC detector, former DRC, a detector, Sardino, and another Dembele, at the Afra Abrantia, your friend Sam Mbappe, already, Omo, a conversation over Tessa Noaka, say, Omo friend, I am Mobutu. And from Mobutu no and why I am Mbappe. Mobutu. That agenti Abrantia France Mbappe sa no mo frɛ no ɛno ɛyɛ de atia ho nsɛm no yɛ ɛba mo ɛwɔ dwumatu no so Zlatan Ibrahimovic say yɛmfa nto yɛ sɛ de ɛyɛ o ewiase nyinaa sɛ wo yi top 5 best air players emu 3 ɛbɔ ɛde the French national team ɛno ɛyɛ Zlatan say the best 5 players ɛwɔ wiase emu 3 ɛwɔ ɛyɛ the French national team for mami ɔsɛ ɛyɛ Dembele Mbappe ɛne Abrantia France Michael Olise. So we top 5 players we 3-way now the 2 and so the ababa ka omo ho eno eyora ne nsem ono so dia to ja yet ema mo ewo dwumadene so na maka cho say America for no omo search no omo mfa ni agro mame Leo Messi and the teammates Argentina teammates no won epie mo enso ewo Miami delegation no ewo Miami ombebo mo next game ewo Miami hey airport wo Miami airport wo Maxwell Leo Messi and omo airborne search den na ye hu say dru ba bi Messi na so serious no obi anim de jana Messi sere hwe Messi and won sere nkofo no hwe and o sere bi do be jina and o man say so tenase and o tenase no de metal detector no o de nam ne ho aka ma o wi no say sorry ne ba won say Messi na sorry still na Messi go so sere hwe still na Leo Messi egu so sere obi anim de ntia na Messi esere obi anim asema Messi eka ni teammates na chese all sere twetwetwetwe nra chese omo airborne search na Leo Messi aso serie ma all sere saze ade ne eye ne sere me Messi na mo ye bi sei enu aye sere hu nsem tie Messi ene bare wa sere sa enu aye sere hu nsem tie yenko aye Portugal fo aso ye Portugal enra eno mo kodru ye ewo aye Toronto na mami Cristiano Ronaldo enra oje fans ni nyina Portugal supporters omo aye Canada ewo Toronto ombehia aye si Ronaldo edru abi na onso Ronaldo esifom na obewevi aye Portuguese fans yenko na yenchi aye feed ne kakra
95.7.
Sir, we are Portuguese now to Canada. Adding, sir, BBD Cristiano Ronaldo Baba Canada way. Any of your opportunity, will be Ronaldo enough, you know, work at a glimpse of C Ronaldo and area. And Mamin Frantic Portugal, air body at Croatia. Na Vitina Babon Tina Babu to almost an Oba, Eddie Luka Modric, and was where Dubetia Kane, and it's or Quacobo, Eddie Tiane Idol. Oh no, I have Vitina and Idol. I will follow Nipa Henna so about the ball. I will reference Luka Modric. And now, when Luka Modric ever share the same air pitch, and I have Vitina and Coma on Sudia Tiana, Lami Yama, and Spain, Egus or prepare for a game. And when Echo Team Common Mubusa, I am Lamina Bantona Lamisia, I will need Timo. Timisha Ofiusen on the semi final. Now, or your semi final parents, no, on say France and Spain, I be semi final, and Portugal. Any Argentina or city team, Janko Penono, a career yape, and a Nico Williams in the channel. Now, France, ya show me twice. And a present and say, France, say, Omukuta dynamite. And a Nico say, oh, now, sir, oh no, sir, Omu players. Nico Casa, Omu players, no, and a Lamis in the Ensway. Now, Omu players, what ye, Yensio players, and no, I Lamin, and your branch, your friends, and Nico Williams. One and come Spain national team omunya versatile na a former a Barca player friends Ricky Puig and also we see came America and Ricky Puig e visit the Spanish national team also a Spaniard name o see came America any one a Pedri one a Gavi a Barca a players no more and na Barca La Masia and our America and one that so and so a Barcelona Eric Garcia ni omo exchange jerseys enu aye said ehun semjiti say openya friends Eric Tenak ma fana mami enu be di nkomo say Netherlands for adwuma no omo dwene won say anaslot on between the position and so the man say Mr Tenak ni din enso pimese two aye frontmen aye anaslot and afi Eric Tenak bako and Netherlands for edi adwuma no enso betimi di amano enu aye temeti Javier Pastor aye agent edema enso aye Fernandez na enra opanyina koto bomb enekra enra anase na no pay or reference Javier Pastor akoto bomb or say omo looking for options somebody be free Chelsea player na or contract with Chelsea ni agent as omo hwehwe options e dey free aye Chelsea eno ye player agent and this answer no dey atoja na mama branch friends Michael Olise me nya report na yes Olise Bayern for after aye World Cup no omo no e won komo e wo so muhia no person man a new contract name almost any depending on a branch of friends Olise so about signing and as one signing and a temete me report Bayern for no yes almost monitor Vinicius Junior because World Cup omo Vini ye pa no say ene se kobase bia Vini ni demands from Madrid so won to mintua na Madrid said about so ma reject the demands no e kwan ba wa Bayern for beko for Vinicius Junior or reference Romario as Vinicius akana nwatum ono na otaika se Vini eba Brazola onyere ne ho ne modern ewo fam ɔsɛ no ɔtaa criticize Vinicius Junior nebom ɔgyere sɛ World Cup way one of the best players Brantia friends of Vinicius Junior ɛno according to Romario the great ɛna de sansam no ɛnso de atoya na Mame Nottingham Forest team no coaches ɔma pamo Maxo in the last 10 months Nottingham Forest apamo 4 different coaches after Senra omo confirm say Victor Pereira omo na wie no omo apamo Nuno Espirito Santo obo 3 matches womo apamo Ange Postecoglou over 5 matches owura your friend Sam Sondijk ebo 18 matches and openya friend Sam Victor Pereira and so about 12 matches in 10 months omo pamo 4 coaches and de tie me reports Oliver Glasner yes so on the best sign a 3-year contract Ediama Nottingham Forest former Crystal Palace team no and as coach no say verbally on the Nottingham for no and so agree to say project no or you're interested now yes transfer plans no one Eddie Bibia Ebeshaninsa and Oliver Glasner Tottenham Hotspur I confirm say Matteo Fernandes say or your player Edema Spurs Oma confirm me 85 million pounds and on the branch from West Ham United Matheus Fernandes Ebejina Infifio the next player Oma the Lebano Sandro Tonali after Matheus Fernandes no Sandro Tonali the next player and I'm no say club from Spurs Ediono and Subetinya Badiamete and it's a Tonali ebe signing 6-year contract and Adiama Spurs 8 million area no we so and so London na wakoye medicals and so the Greenwood menya report to some club na here from Atletico wamu Asia any agents no any player nankasa nyame ya aduma enwumre na agreement no akora nya tiase pa straight ombekwa kotua sika Ediama Marseille na Oma fa branch friends Mason Greenwood and so Edna but the metia yeah the ones some mamo which major so make house and still yeah budget predictions no I am McPerry butter biscuit and McPerry London oat digestive you know almost say over predict team either say winning team and as a correct air score not what me the actually with the intimate so emre so be a phone lines no now the predictions and so the about but your company be say all your work campaign Adiama ayawa wutieme Denmark, Austria, any UK where can pay. Number no 0550 218 294 0550 218 294. Ebio, mamini unim komo se mamin ka se KFC at the Black Stars box meal no enso dia ba de we ya and so be 100 Ghana cedis. Now there KFC branch bia yama chicken akoko for nyama 2 crispy tenders near the chips large one back enso dia account na Waldino and so across Waldino ukuta just 35 Ghana cedis and the KFC sefabra yama chicken bako 2 crispy tenders near my chips bako and fanka ninyina KFC nti omo stores ninyina urama also aba for Black Stars 100 Ghana and also ukuta 35 Ghana cedis wakwache Waldino bi na bibia akwaso enso de ma UB Cliftons asian kancham so omo na ton dan nti se wotieme now wa manane enkofo ensi diamond ye di sika or tossman $100 so ba no ato 50-20 omo di sika UB Clifton say omo 13th court estate eben Osei Tutu secondary school eben IPT omo 2 and 3 bedroom ninyina on suite 2 bedrooms no 920,000 Ghana cedis 3 bedrooms no 970,000 Ghana cedis almost omo payment options ba ko say 1 year payment plan and a biom and it's a bank mortgage 10 to 15 years now the atua bracho shano so am say coupon 15 minutes drive from IPT and omo my residence and also almost see uncompleted buildings 12 units and omo AC 3 bedrooms nina on suite about with storage living room and a kitchen 250,000 Ghana cedis 2.5 billion now almost payment options they say over to 50% dia cano yes spread in a year and so the amount now omo coupon I know just 2 minutes drive from 13 court estate you know almost say any Black Stars say we now be told 5% discount ubenya our number no 0209 861380 0209 861380 na uno makasa pep student say do the two chiwose emprenu obe chiwose anopa no chiwose anwumra akwakoda eno ene the good oral hygiene chiwose with pep student obi anim say pep student there eba ye enye ne do the two brush twice now the Church of Pentecost SA Holy Ghost Convention 2026 no eno baso ayetiasem no and it's reviving the next generation with fire. Omo yi free Joel 2:28 afi 1 Kings 19:7 and Acts 2 verse 3 to 4. Now almost date no start on the 7th of July near we on the 12th of July 2026. Ebashas ye 6:30 p.m. enumere na ya we 8:30. Baby a ekoso no Bekwai English Auditorium Broadway ewa Sante Bekwai and Holy Ghost Easter Convention and so ekoso latest phone makacho se eba mattress baby also toro no latest phone men kwa number bi emye ntwanse wani omo nkoto mattress mi ma wa obeda sore no na wabre na ohunam nyina ya sa woto latest phone mattress ni bia oda ohoto omo sizes ni nyina bi ko latest phone aso nekoto mattress papa FF latest phone close to 60 years and a latest phone and so ya juma omo won outlet bebrebe nationwide o kuma sana person from line now 0322 029 365 0322 029 365 and cry 0302 231 155 now no mo and so etimi edin komo omadaroma and the first batch no and so around Mamenko ayabejafo nche na yini nkomo kakra mesaba na mabeyidi aka no enso etumi ede afiri ho edi amawo manzo
Andy
yensa mo nkomo bio
okay yenhwe World Cup no England mede we be ama ejarene train bacho England there the moon project my money African teams England in lose to African team bia World Cup muda internu na nanka be the issues Ghana so decided say be break his record now fa. And these things really play parts as far as the game is concerned. England are about 10 games with African teams. And 10, no back even 2022, almost Senegal 3-0. At the round of 16, no me Senegal free. But most often, I know results near close. Very, very close results. For example, Oshe, Omo win 6, no more draw 4. And the world screen is so. It's a war, how many Algeria about draw. Omone Morocco about draw and omone Ghana about draw ni na akoye goalless. But the omo win no. Omo say Tunisia 2-0, Congo 2-1, Egypt 1-0, then Cameroon 3-2. It is a almost say African team so I na a close margin. Emu say that empty. Their goals be mupan 3-2 normally Cameroon born 1990 and records about Cameroon side. And it was very contentious. Even England had 2 penalties on that day. It clearly speaking, say England, ne African team, one the damn African team, so England, and that is exactly the Enra is. But I think the English coach is getting something right, and and the coach be in the second half better than the first half. He's a good coach.
Ultimately read the game.
Yes, it means that ultimately read the game, and not just reading the keken or some make adjustments or changes are affect the game ni, and that is a very good thing. One would the away or the Madueke started. No, I hear Juma. Then second half, no, the Bukayo Saka ba. Saka mo be mo pe bon say game na iden exchange in favor of England. And remember, as I very clearly, and when Omone be mo, it was really working. When Gordon was solid, giving 2 assists, the only player from the bench who had 2 assists in a game that was solid. And Omo Bem no Hurricane. Not only a lot of services, not they look more dangerous because Omo my not Hurricane no, and said that services that Hurricane was not so dangerous in the game. And clearly speaking, I think coach in the A has something right and he's really playing very, very well. How far will England go? Any that multi-million-dollar question. Because the next game basically Mexico. And Mexico so almost a dread. They've not even conceded. And they made sure all the 4 games are more winning in now. So it's going to be a wonderful game. Mexico for any day. Or by England, idea mean who England when and Rami who also England nimborn more stars or more player, but England needs our France for attitude maybe. England need Argentina for attitude, Brazil for attitude. Say when the going gets stopped, they fight. You see them fighting on the field. To say France, that's why the fact that more skillful players or more BBA, and when it comes to France to fight, they have that fighting where you could clearly see that they are throwing everything to the game. The English go into a game knowing that they are very good, they rely on their talent and play around. But then, it drew their not air dino. You could clearly see the English were fighting to want to get something. And if this attitude now is going to be very good. The DR Congo in a very successful campaign. in the sense that also Senegal ne yi Congo every more qualifiers no. Now Congo there is some international playoffs. First of all, mane Nigeria and a boy. Nigeria a giant as far as African football is concerned, no doubt about that. And we Nigeria on penalties. We all thought that Nigeria be young. And we Jamaica kobo intercontinental playoffs. No, we Jamaica. And we qualify by this tournament. Oshets and no is serious on that tournament. When instead no we team back one me back yom. Because their record at the World Cup the first time in 78. Ne kana Andy and also so na emfa. Well, because Omokoye Andy, you they are the first black African nation. Like in say tuntum for no pie beko. Oka African nation cray Egypt, but ebia tuntum for no ebia dark skin people Omoko. And the Omoko in a whole lot of issue with doctors and to me and Chanti Omoje 7 a group there was an issue of protest. Omunge born crown no more born anyhow. It's not a record ne until some other team could rewrite the script. Now Congo had the chance to go to the World Cup. The idea was to go and change that narrative. And make sure say now things have changed and they've really come up. And I think so when you're a very successful campaign because drawing against Portugal, losing closely 1-0 to Colombia, and beating Uzbekistan by 3-1, I think it's a perfect campaign. Because for nothing at all, pick 4 points. Their first World Cup winning a point. They've gotten a win. On the first World Cup winning a win. They've gotten 4 points. At least almost drawing a point. Their first World Cup, they lost all the games. And it's all compared there, very good. Even against England, it was close call 2-1. Wow, Muteki leader, vast part of the game, you could clearly see. And they exhibited bravery against England. And you see in England, they matched them toe to toe. And then they said, oh, yeah, boot for boot. They opened up, they were playing skillfully. And Jan Wesa, they said, our best 3 goals in this competition. Same work first World Cup go, Croatia, but one single World Cup, I think it's a Congo for no. A keep on my head high. This is a clear statement that coming the next World Cup and all that, Muye become one. They will go place. I think said they shouldn't look down upon themselves. But I'm goalkeeper learner in passing. Solid, brilliant.
Run near you.
And England Munimbo. Mama, don't joke. When they decide to do Munimbo. And there's a Ghana idea Munimbo. So you could be more England converse basics. And then I am passia. Or the areas I am passia. All team be Congo Belgium. But of course, he was brilliant. He was just brilliant. Or Damali have France. And so he did excellently well. Now things say African goalkeepers are also showing. You go already have Vozinha. Now already Asari Swaye. Now already passes so and all other African goalkeepers are. I really think that they are doing well. Senegal don't keep personality on down. Senegal goalkeeper. Oh yes. Keep personality because Edouard Mendy said balls need be crowd hard chiche. Ne level 8 or a bemo. And the boys no almost say just in the park and no time on bench now or say bape no gusono. Hey, man who the entire African we are way no. Now you hear Senegal. And the Senegal and also your project your way. Form guide is very, very important going into a tournament. And it's our football game now only former. Possibly so be winning our fem. Only 1 or 2 occasions where they be only former. Obey to me any results. And look at that day they be a lag. And let's look at Senegal form proud to walk it down. This is their for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Their last 6 matches, 1 more form. Iraq pen almost show mono. And a game I'll so almost say even Iraq went down, but no matter what, we to me quite down Elusu. So almost form nenge. We got 2 games proud to the World Cup. No. On say friendlies go out, say oh quite down and one fan, but Mulusu to Brazil. Okay, 3. Okay. The almost friendly almost yeah around that time when almost say England by 3 goals. No. Because not England, African team behind to me show that's Senegal kosom. Now a free horn. United States of America, almost 3-2. And no Saudi Arabia and so a ball goalless. And the Enona transcended to the World Cup. No? Because in their first game against France, though they played well in the first half and all that, surprisingly, almost conceded 3. Against Norway, they conceded the same number of goals. And now, likes to keep clean sheet against Iraq. Now, against Belgium, almost conceded 3. And even in the Belgian game, also changes thereby. Into Edouard Mendy to me and the next keeper and die. And a Koulibaly Krano. The other game also mistakes be occur. I think said the heads in Senegal and they say, key players now the role models and actors in the game now the movers and the pushers no, and formed this World Cup bad. Edouard Mendy number 1. Khalid Koulibaly number 2 K2 and
security man.
Oh, but you don't. Why are you doing that? Why do you call it security man? Why are they?
All about Chelsea now because Chelsea.
That's what we're had.
Oh,
we're free Chelsea now, so not friendly K2.
So free one. Or make us what security.
Not friendly K2.
All man announce you free one.
Then no police day. Security man. Then partner or parking us or police also is.
All about Chelsea free now.
Security man.
And so freeway and all man in an interview no Kai Max was made car. On freeway ever seen that. Maintain so every other way. Security man was out there
on to mean policy actually. Also no born no nimbo on to mean policy actually. I think say Idrissa Gana guy it was okay. But the good thing is that also Ismail Assar was 4 goals at the World Cup. It was best Senegal player was most goals. And in single edition was 4. Jan was 6. Also Roger Milla in 1990 also share 4. It is Ismail Assar equally Roger Milla record. And Andy currently on only 4 goals is not being trumpeted yen can be but on send ya Mela modi any jidini. And fast forward the in the game no levels na through. And I only mean yeah, levels na through. For example, Lise assist or makey. Also yen can be yen trumpet you yen bomo abeyo. But Maradona modiano, ye saw mudi una yes, mess mudi him say be akran to me. And see, I say ball level na air through. So the good thing for them is that. And they want me by again say. Me World Cup mahwenya African player one single World Cup wa bobo eyeso no nkopa no why na de be man e bia one single World Cup ne performance wa de dwa no bia ntumi ntu any other obia no obetumi na African player one single World Cup performance El Hadji Hussein Diouf one me ngadi 2002 with yeah first Senegal
me my friend no sana
oh 202 they say in Chebe Bresa
but
yeah I think El Hadji Hussein Diouf team of the tournament no can one say goal as an attacker but ball or boy no oh this na Betty boy e bia Roger Milla o say Milla no na o free bench ba na wa be say goal na bia wa bu ne pan kakra ne pan no bu in e be because no so wanyini he's 40 and add and oh yes and na wonderful but and this up one African player one single edition of the World Cup what dance pa me feel say you no wa na we the Milla ba no the Asamoah Gyan account El Hadji Hussein Diouf was dread. In Senegal, no, and because they were one of the giants of African football currently. And here, say, make Africa proud. But unfortunately, Senegal could not do that. And better like next time. Maybe it's an opportunity for other countries like Ghana to also try. But Andy, there is a problem here. Most of these big European nations are no one from a record against Africans that will World Cup. It has African team in Senegal. And that's what Molusuba could be paid. No, that thing, we still have a problem.
I say changes.
I say change.
But how do we do that?
How do we do it?
Because Maxwell, and start here and make a memo to us to do, but just to add to
no problem. Say you didn't come.
And then I start here and make us say, is it say a fear and a way you move and too much of respect? Anyway, because I look at say. And America DRC for her on back line against England attackers. Virtually no man a bobo in England. It won't say be a most active, but DRC for the Omuna Crack or more a honor near Senegal players. No man a bobo Europe. Or more Saudi classes here, Muno Cabo, Europe and San Moko Saudi. One Macas, Muno Mudasu, Europe. Keep a from Le Havre, you are there me. Le Havre, or the French League. Share. Omo creeping the atta Jacobs Mamadou Sarr Chelsea Passis Rayo Vallecano Idrissa Gana guy Papa Guai what you say Diarra Southampton Sadio Mane
Mbaye
PSG so virtually money boys here na bobo ntiada na koduru the world stage now I say Obodi bi ketwa bi na say obodi san Africa na unu de be kwagusi.
One has got to do with our culture. Despite the fact that omone ball Europe in ade. But Andy, when they come down as a team going, as a country, the culture of the country won't mean in frame. What is the culture? Say African countries saying jai as our attitude now, we settle for less. We are always happy with a little. But what you must say? Yeah, the Kobe Biao, Mamincho. Why am I saying that? South African country called World Cup. Nandi sometime or draw game cry against him a bigger. A whole celebration as if say Magic World Cup. The players on the field feel like they've done what nobody has done. The people at home, so one area is African teams in the area. Say boy, say African team be qualify call round of 16 those times now. A huge celebration. A huge celebration. And now round of 32 and by 48 teams so you be third place account. Omoko round of 32 a huge celebration. So we feel like they've done so well, and then this hardener is eating into our minds. It's when we are playing against the top teams. The idea is not necessarily to win them, but to make sure we get some results. But the top teams, so almost idea near the barrier. They feel like no, we are bigger, so we should beat you. And the one area I was say a changey. Because although you're no more neighbor, but the country you so oh England you draw cry there. And this you draw we cry there. We'll play to get that draw. So you let's you celebrate too much. Meaning say what's the master make can I say? Yes, it doesn't push us to do a lot more. Again, our issue with sika. Also Senegal so the confusion about. Eduano mu eduane ni. Baby omukoto eduane baby edanye. This running through the top teams. Ewa Africa. Ebi say Ghana say Andy Utie. Before you start the tournament, I'm $100,000. I'm not saying it is bad. So the motivation to play well and get money then. How much do these European nations edge? And do you know the lesson? They teach you to fight for your nation. Because when you are going, you're a soldier. So die for your nation to bring glory. Here, just go and give us service and we will pay you. But what I say, the lessons are here in Africa. Just go and give us service and we will pay you for that. But there they tell them that, guys, you are going like soldiers. Make the nation proud. Go and fight. Put everything on the line. It's handy and one area. Two, they say about park and as well. You the quality, the level of coaches are European nations use any day, you so play role. The level of coaching. And handy to bring players who are top, but who coaches them? What him there?
That's true.
What him there?
That's true.
Minka.
Me too.
We are student now so teacher nyade. Enya o de catch them. We are make obi beka so now we student obe so akwala bi wo ye sharp.
Super sharp.
And most school you need students be a teacher bachelor. Me dey enti mathematics na me ha me dey be me come me friend Abu OTA or London say onimade sen aponche class na ye tie ye nim say Abu di onimade sen ye nyina. Na elective maths no ye de ba na ye bisa question pe na Abu amanisa so obe narrate ni nyina na teacher ya adworo ni nyina then we do copy. And is what you say. Enti wo coach no wo student no one is a teacher he you trade the emfa baby a also I want to make kan dey na be. And the DBA episode be bre ne homobra ne homobra. Enti when the boys come down na e bia coaching no so the level of coaching there one and e wo fam compared to the omuhu no level now. And also the motivation e edumo nti akura ne say come Senegal boy no so headache. Also watching ho kakra because until
the coach coaching staff we so mo da so ho dia
and na so mo nimi ye kura nso a omo attitude na problem Africa coaches no bebre na ye form no the problem omo nye fair and the tactics I say onim say tactics we pa na boy say we bo or the mama we say we na mo and omo players na e bo and they want to play and get money. And so when him say so one man dey strike and the strike e benye ska anase ye bese it's no draw time na akotoko mo bon utwa ne pena Joel retiring both obe make sure so no so be do bi because him say so draw bonny here they will win the players know nti ye no na omo coaches no so black so omo sanye honest
mundi no kre and you bet you no waka so and the game won na wo start why bibia onu say catch us say hey o na okobo game we o
and who say wow no them
your
preparation say spiritually, physically, psychologically bibia say game which ali I see adwuma ye I anko for say oh some bet na aka say 2 hours no ebi wa woda kra wani ti a na o creating some obeka o how obeka some asem na tumi aden atre na to di patri man akoye say the same as be nyina ye ka station bia say the same ball na enye the same Senegal na ade na ye ka but difference na dey how we narrate na be ma de na ye exceptional na bia people want to listen it is sometimes o dam paso kra na o crack wadu me nka na say there be word we na me nyusu ntanse na oba bet na say no wo the whole night na eden I prepare na obe deliver nyesa obet na o deliver inti ball na Africa we bia na Euro for ne but e bi na also wo kan and we pay them too much respect ono ne ball ho kra na obe se Ghana jesi na o sha Englander respect or the man na different oni me nyade oni me nyade and we certify for little odi yen corner Ghana player and say be 2 goals for World Cup ye be boni din te said ya and I said player being said 2 goals ye be bomb din te said ya e bi mada on my 1 good performance pe ye be the way ye be so enti e was say changing nyoma bi enye ball ne yenimbo say yenimbo anka abrofo no mo mefan abrofo team papa be no say bibi nim odi yenyi ebia ye friend is saying Argentina nkra water Samuels kra wo hwe na utu say black jeans wo mu onye fita asa uhu bi mu wo msa well Andy they can't do minus us I don't know France I said before they win so it is the mentality it is not the body or whatever in us but it is the how we think Mbappe for ball no ba one say Cameroon born and be no tamana Bill Chato ne Samuel Eto'o Patrick Mboma bobo e bia no dey ba no the Algeria skill na ka ho only say for ball onye Nigeria ni Nigeria and team for Nigeria here and now Europe no on be more ball say yen himself wo only say now we are skillful they will find out a system you will find some bahano who now you skillful no coach me say Ghana na coach we catch a player say hey now will be our bad trials now boss I they say obi anka say be board say Messi wa and they just listen to the statement
go abem
wa kilo opeso about to say we Lukaku no asaka catch say onya de
says on never true bibi fin on never true bobo
Europa Africa players obi per positioner umpo
enti de say na no ne discuss France no ka say ade de shamba ye man Mbappe no coaches don't more Africa
onye
but o feel too proud say but yes so admit say ni player no so ono ne din be kwosoro aye player because ye ka say ene aye ka say ono coach no awini 9 knockout matches for World Cup ono wa mobiu players ne na e bo shema ni nyata you know
I say we teacher ni we only assess you based on students and how they perform
on performance
until you don't take the student for granted but Africa coach no any most of them before coach and as Africa coaches no ono person ono mom na eje glory no bibi amra ne side into who play akra wo boni ye no no beti obeka say we two no no be nyan tokwa e dey sisi we local game no ono player bi pay just sisi and say local game ye free player bi o Black Stars or ba na omone na ekon o hwe kra say we dey kakra beto wan fan to me so oji bebrebe wu wan fan to no be nya problem nti ye coaches no attitude and the level of coaches ye fa no and it's a upgrade ya European coaches near way ahead of us and it's an area we need to take a critical look at and now we say Europe, so most of these coaches, they are given time to prepare the team. I will say but most of the time, coach between Onyadi, they still want him to stay and build something. But in Africa, it's not like that. The moment I'll be Lusu 1, 2, 3, and what is your coach? We see a call World Cup in Abianca, Yenya when you free group stage and call Ebesapam Nasa another coach. You better Pamusisia.
But
it's build it be for the future. Dalit. He has been there for yes. Time Ben or Mode England coach time Ben or Mode buy. He had enough time to prepare his team. Oh, they check Omunina. Didier Deschamps brother, he's been there for how many times?
Since 2018.
Yes. And almost our succession plan so free up one ever. Zidane Kraba. Zidane ba fena France born. Believe you me, I feel crowd who born here. Spain your coach, he's been there for how long? For some time now. Omunim so ni wa omunim coach obe take over. But look at Morocco. Omo first coach no. Okoy na no mo
Under 23 coach.
Omo nim di oba. Ebi na Senegal for ya na me pe no. Intandi all these factors no eka ho. We satisfy for little. Well,
and after Senegal match, I was just reading around, and I'm going to write up almost say somewhere El Hadji Diouf after the game. Now, say one thing he also observed about this Senegalese players. He say, only Senegal best at the World Cup quarterfinals of in
2002
with the likes of El Hadji Diouf
and Papa Bouba Diop, Henry Camaramo, Lamine Diatta, Sissoko, Omar Daf. Omar Akwatieti, Ferdinand Koyi, Rastaman.
I say, boys, we know. On say, Diouf has been around the team. Also, when mentality, I say, yes, sir, they want to beat. We say more. 2002 for
record no.
And I say, omo pre-omo. And the same time, it's Rudy Garcia, the coach for Belgium. I say one thing you've seen about young game. Then I say omuni ebo, no share wana near pre. Say take a lead na I say pre trying to defend. Go now, maybe I say that we fumble, we make mistakes.
Exactly,
then
the
they
point.
Capitalize on
it's
that.
The beginning was a make culture say we are unable to kill games, and I say pressure na we wait no so. Into Drew baby, I won't say structure and change. Yeah, we commit error, and who commit error? These Europeans are other South American or more top attackers who understand the game. They will punish you. I mean, the least European nation in South America they experience, so they capitalize on mistakes. And they say, "Be only my argument." What I say now, we are highly experienced than me. I only the obey. Ubetie me di no amama kasa on kasa bebreu. Ubetie me di baby a me making mistake no hona be fan hama. O ye den. Odo beto for. Meaning so what I say. So di no the question about what we say baby a di. Sana we Europeans na so I think say. But looking at the results are yenya in this World Cup. Nka Africa ya deal. What country be a one word the other when ya the records be near the Abia Tunisia? Senegal will consider how many goals?
So first game I'm consider 3.
Another 3. Then another 3. Meboa. Joma consider 9 goals.
9 goals.
But Tunisia consider same Mr.
On the 5 back.
4 back.
4 back na 3.
And 3 back.
No consider 15. Tunisia 50. Okay. Yeah, 7. That's 5. 12. 12 goals.
12 in 3. It's a game be consider 4 goals.
Tunisia.
I feel be signed. And I to me Africa teams also to me keep a clean sheet at the World Cup. And your crowd, your clean sheet keep it air. The Unza Ghana before I think Panama also now you got 10. We may have close to 10 games and you consider. Now you keep a clean sheet and I say I be keep it. So it is all good. Andy, made him say a question. We need a member game near Banasona.
Right now matches.
Portugal game so we interest Anna.
Aye.
Any interest get to Accra?
Oh, no more interest woman.
Oh. Na me my head. Somebody am winning baby am wo. 18 there. Croatia Portugal. Big game. But the attorney said Croatia and to me Portugal. The only time a Croatia essay Portugal, just one occasion. Even I think it was a friendly. But a back on wins. That's the last 5 in the Portugal crane winning by 4. And Portugal are going through, but Portugal's a team they flatter to deceive. You really can't predict what they are going to do. On a day you expect Portugal Sandy where they should run riots, no more year off. On a day I won't expect no more bogum. Because Uzbekistan he ain't say Portugal best but did you believe say first half on combat it almost and the Portugal no team and the prediction is very difficult to come by. But this is what it means. Croatia enter in Lusu at the World Cup. And at the last 2 World Cup, they've been to the semi-final. We have very much experience. But the difference is what Cristiano Ronaldo best step up. I bet Portugal. And again, all say Cristiano Ronaldo 145 goals now was set as the player who has scored more goals ever international. On share back crowd knockout stage at the World Cup, and that is a very bad, terrible record. And looking at the way our top players in this competition are performing, Andy, I'm expecting him to break that duck today. It is a Portugal best goaler. Me expect Ronaldo to get a goal, but the whole game needed. Croatia last 2 games will lose to European nations in this tournament. Ningina scoreline ko 4-2 4-2. Meme enquire England show 4-2 and England so European nation. Are we going to see a repeat of that scoreline, Anna? A bit more possible. Because Portugal game so error and go. So Mekong win for Portugal. Portugal to qualify and a win for Portugal. Both teams there shall not be surprised. No. But a win for Portugal and Portugal to qualify. Then yes, yeah, bo.
Spain, Austria.
Say Spain they only their own support you man. Say
na Portugal man kasa so me France
Spain maybe say you Madrid fan. And I'm this say Spain who support Yana.
National team they me
no like France. Okay.
Me France.
Me be pamo for Spain.
Say
so Madrid nike say
I support Spain, so support England.
There be mixing man say Barca obi anim. So no massa. Spain they are against Austria. The last 5 games Spain in lose. Okay, Spain and winning 4 or draw 1. But then in 1978 or meeting a World Cup, Austria says Spain 2-1. ADB says Spain you're very, very careful. We see a World Cup game. And the Spain you form. Because the last 13 games you're winning 9 and you draw 4. Until yes and Edney. Bemum after say 2010 Spain edge World Cup. Only say round of 16 matches me know my boy in Andy or Molusu. But emum yen lusun twaso 3 knockout games 3 twaso World Cup yen lusun twaso and we soon a bed the third one t and Rebecca Salabraka ato Oyazabel no the master mun who saw ya de on never soon on per strike I don't know mun koheno and in the last 15 games wa Obama Spain wa contribute 22 goals 15 goals and 7 assists. It's the major threat for Spain, no. And the coach Omar Dani Olmo started. Because I like Olmo when he's on top of his game. Marco Anwar top on the so enjoy ball team be a friend be obebo. See as on the rest are great obe. Barcelona had you. Because Otumisego, he might be the man to get a goal for them. But also Spain in recent time you wins na 1 goal margin 1-0. And Spain so games no. Ice Argentina. First half results the ABC no. Second half a tasansi. Who's Argentina game you winning first half ni winning second half. You winning first half ni winning second half. It who's the first half ni winning. Possibility be winning second half na ya na eta eba. And the Spain will win. It be a 2-0 you bet me Austria. Spain you bet Austria. But me Austria bet me a year frame. We mo match the Argentina there no. Set 3.
Yeah.
Then
maybe 3 years Switzerland and Algeria. 3
years Switzerland and Algeria. Argentina game near time.
10 p.m. which now.
Switzerland and Algeria game no. And I will not be surprised if my draw near acquire extra or penalties.
So
I will not be surprised because me way 2 teams now. On my level near I see Anquire Africa the any be no one idea misru. Say Algeria no so it be a day. Me races, but where they are coming from and where their players are, not more who they is, you know. Maybe they will map up a strategy to make sure that they will not also fall victim. And Switzerland, they are good, but I mean, also we are 2 way ahead. Player for player, I don't say the only thing so for Europe never, and maybe the mentality never. But say Algeria big Gina ye pa because money Argentina. The difference for me on the day no was Leo Messi. And on my last games, when they needed a result, they were able to get 3 9 minutes no munya with Rehad Mahrez money. I won't be surprised that this game might end in a draw regulation time. Maybe a pushy game. But Argentina the end day. Me nim the uncle for who. Say me own some tia me prophet me can be answer. Baby uncle for America. Almost a vet be Argentina. Leo Messi to score 2 goals. Leo Messi will score goal, but best only say 1 crowd is I saw 2. Argentina is win over 2.5 because Argentina games in mostly over 2. Also no money France na yes 3 go and sana Leo Mexico say penalty no enema Austria almost 2-0 into first half Argentina so betumi asan say and Messi so say 2 goals Messi to score 2 more goals and Argentina so betumi say first half asan say full time that's how I see it.
Okay mera say nana yesi na yemfa fisem no ento aso ma Honorable Kofi Adams say the sports minister nana enu amax o raise ticket ehun seminars to how Mampanyi kan na yemate free tickets for our fans or more diaspora no mko but Maxwell Honorable say free ticket aban arrange no na for the group stage matches.
The tickets we procured to use for that project was only for the group stage, and the group stage games have come to an end. We do not have tickets currently for any other stage. And if you ask me, the logistical nightmare of even moving the supporters from one stage to another, from here to Kansas, and from Kansas we are now moving over to Vancouver in another country, will be quite challenging. So quite a number of Ghanaians have already shown interest. I'm sure that they will be able to purchase these tickets themselves. If they want facilitation, we'll use through the FA as we've done to help facilitate for them. If they put themselves together, we still have enough time between now and Friday when we play the match in US here and Saturday Ghana time to be able to procure the tickets.
The Honorable say free tickets no for group stage. Say there omuni any free tickets. Omo edi ema na owie no say mobile kai say before the World Cup aban ye hye raffle bi echo so ne ade na oso omo win raffle no de omo nyina no aban na say ministry sponsor omo with the GFE Mbehwe games.
All students who won raffle and then we brought them the Ministry of Sports related agencies, the Ghana Football Association and their related persons that we have to support, 30 of them. The stakeholders I've mentioned already. Then of course then the supporters union, the organized supporters union. We had all our 281 who were fully given full package, air tickets, accommodation and a stipend. Then another category of persons who sponsored themselves bought their own tickets were also provided accommodation and given a stipend. And of course, tickets were also match tickets were also offered some of these persons. So these are the categories of supporters.
Right. So no, Honorable Kofi Adams na ye tell na owie no de to aso no say sika bia yakọ spend e World Cup no omo ebe ye ne public e ma Ghana for. And so how much we spent ever World Cup after set yabe fie na nyina no enso bekoso
estimate the budget. We had already made that public that this is how much has been requested, but how much we will spend we finish also we'll make it public. How much we will spend, what we anticipate to spend, we made it public. The meeting was covered live and we put out all the information that we have to put out. I engaged the press at the ministry and I announced the figures and the areas that it was going to cover. So we've been very transparent in all those areas. When we finish the World Cup also, we will then tell the actuals. Some of the actuals, the deviations are huge because we did modest estimation based on Qatar. Because when normally you are running estimates for a World Cup, you look at the previous and then you use to estimate. Sometimes you make a 5 to 10%. Unfortunately, this World Cup has become very expensive. Yeah, extremely expensive. Okay, in Qatar, highest price for ticket was about $100. Here, the list, as I told you, in our games was 142 or something. That's the list. So you can imagine if you had planned with Qatar figures, cost of transportation, the distances that you have to cover. So a lot of things been thrown off gear. Training pitches, how much it costs us to the camp pre-tournament camping where we budgeted for I think 4,000. We ended up paying in some instances about 30-something thousand. Wow. That's the situation. So we would indicate the reality also after we finish the tournament.
Okay. Details no say omu tournament na details no enso beba. Okay. But I say pre-camping training, baby, I'm budget, maybe a training grass be budget 4,000. No, maybe I say no, I'm 30-something. Hey, you Then we are starting to chuma kasa about the Ghana Football Association on tickets in sense them no. I say, ticket prices almost a Ghana for complain. No more crown or minimum say ebo na de nebom Ghana Football Association omuni any control and omuntimi nya ho with prices aba for the Colombia game.
First of all, I have to admit that is a concern, but World Cup tickets are very expensive. Games at the World Cup is very, very expensive. There are games selling for $5,000, $7,000, $8,000. This morning I checked on the FIFA website and I saw some staggering figures, in terms of matches in the next stage of the competition and how much it would cost interested fans to patronize those games. This is the World Cup. It is the world's most premier, national competition, and it is played in every 4 years. FIFA always want to ensure that they get the best out of this tournament. So yes, the issue you raised is a major concern. The ministry have been supporting Ghanaian fans to watch the matches through the benevolence of Ghanaians and other companies who contributed to fly fans to America. The truth is that the arrangements they made for this tournament ended after the Croatia group stage. So if there is anything else to be done, then it means they must go into fresh negotiations with companies and individuals to support them to still purchase tickets for the next stage of the competition. It is what it is. As an FA, we can't do much because those arrangements.
Right, I know Henry as also confirming I say goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi Yeka say why fit and are available for selection when coaches they decide what they would want to do in the next game.
Yes, Jerome has been working on his own. Today he is back on the turf, which is very positive. Jonas has also been working on his own. He is back on the turf. It's also very, very positive. Antoine is also back. Hopefully all of them will have the integration and should be fine for the game on Friday. Even in contention, just that the coaches decided to go with Benjamin Asare. I'm sure after the game against England, following his exploits, they decided to keep faith in him. But Lawrence is available. He's very sharp in training, looks very calm, looks very good. He also brings different dynamics, different options in terms of the goalkeeping department to the team. But who calls the shot is the boss. The head coach. Yeah. It's fine. He had a knock. I guess you already know that he had a knock in the game against Croatia. So the following day he did not train, and then they started working on him. The medical team have been working on him, but because it's around the ankle area, he felt some pain, so they needed to work.
I know Henry Asante Chumia Tenka. My first time I know now on pressure. Black Star 7.
There is definitely pressure, but I feel like the pressure is because we've got such a good team. So when I came in at the time, I can't remember vividly what was going on in terms of tournaments and stuff, but I just wanted to impact the best way I can. If I was starting, if I was on the bench, I'd come on, maybe try to score, get an assist, and just play well, to be honest. But over the years, it's like our team's got so much better, and now we feel like we're at the world stage now. We want to compete with all the top nations. We've got the same talent, so why are we not up there? So I feel like we're at a stage now where we're getting there, slowly building, and hopefully in the next years to come we can compete.
Right, 7.
Yeah, Andy. Before that, but Mamincha, Mr. Paul Akwesi Asante, a Paul Sands Group of Companies Director, and our Sansport Premier Limited, and also manager, boss Yamin Sharabibri. Yamin stand for Mel Massachusetts, no Rakwami, Toronto, Canada. And the Mentia Dibiase Wahana Minister issue. Minim say budget a Ghana, yes, yeah, they call World Cup. Omo catch a plane say target near semi-final. But you me boy na mama swati. You say target near semi-final. And say a target is semi-final there. Target a bit me achievable. A bit me aba say untumi so achieve. But say we make it target say semi-final that you need to make provision for that. And it's need to me try as scan. Yendra scan be the akaniba me ba jo ati yeduru nso a na say etumi abo bra e bi kra e bedru na BBS ni e be hia bi aka ho. There is nothing wrong with that. Now me means you say since when was it communicated to Ghanaian supporters, and I say Ghanaians for that matter, don't let me say because Obi or a Ghanaian BI supporter. Since when was it communicated to Ghanaians say tickets na ye day man will group stage in Nkwa? Was that communication out there before the World Cup?
You all can okay.
So if that communication in New Order and the minister engadwene But say if that communication was there, meaning so be or not say be or more communication. Now I think they can help you with the message so that it helps your discussion. But say if that discussion was there, there many problem. But the problem I want to say in 2010 and the quarter final, there were Ghanaians at the stadium supporting us. So what about if we beat Colombia and we qualify for the next stages of the competition where more making provisions as a semi-final? What then happens? And is it a minister no who be ana send your kwa sorry na they catch and say your last stop maybe last stop ani. Anything I say because bibi omu ye bia said they are giving up. But in yes Adianka he has a point. Because looking at the cost of the tickets no and the ewosro especially stages are here kwi. Wow. Yemfansa averagely say $1,000 kra. Na che say ye koye nim no the tickets no be kosro. But tickets na nkasa na ye ka say $140 near the group stages no. And the reports here say it will be close to $800 from our own Ghanaians no. And these were tickets either the ministry no and the purchases say yenkono. The same Ghanaians now yes ye be organize more diaspora normal jet tickets are support here. And they were getting the tickets with per report alleged though $800. It be $1,000. The question is why. So now when Ghana qualifies, you say Colombia na qualify ko yedima. Na sa be say wow pa ko na ko he World Cup meboa. Na ne ade no muntumi nye dia. Na sanka omanka Ghanaians in Canada, Ghanaians in the United States, and those in Mexico. Are more good stand or more ready so they were ready to pay their own money to go. It was an what better down. They were ready so metria or momusika no makwede that you know money. And also obe na one more ticket. What's up their momo and they planned it. And then you see about Bedruha, you also telling us say, oh yeah, for group stage and until when Ghana qualifies today, semi-final now more budget say for now. What happens? And even the ticket in Crown 140 now between the amount. These same Ghanaians who want to support the team are buying some thousand and add. And I think the management of the tickets now and right. And again, I also beg to differ from the minister. Because Miss Unkomobia Miss Medi say US yes you him for bro. Nkomo yes you ni omo di. Internet say nkomo ni di alleged though. Say in this game say some tickets will be up. But it's not been released to the quarters that you release our mom on for Benya. Yes, you have our info. And the question which is which? Accounts in the Bombay accounts, but Ghana accounts, and the Mimi who relevant is can no more with you. John Baron Cassie D10 D5. Me, okay, obeying.
Catch a question, the boom contaboca. Now, how can I say? Catch a question, the boom contaboca. Eh, and the maintain. Now, it's got what dear we now be him how say Mudina. Ghana citizens here, what we young call for a bit, man, say. Yentia sends ye do court. Ye do so court. Ye crasso a Dumanaya mu ye ni a Dumaso my quiet time grandy case nechi. But just what I say. Ain't what was about court Nasa or Maso that's the other day? Ye the to be a DDA serious. Ain't you on back catch a benny day, but it's good. So accountability wise, no, on metro you could say. The person you want to say, Diana Mudiano, the Biscano Mundi. Me oka so mo de bo o man ho bra ye ka so mo dia na ite o mo wi na mo de but o mo de bra na spend na mo ko spend e bra na mo de ko bo bra no eno an so de o be ya ye hu se mo abo bra papa eno an de ehia andi ana oba na o ntia se de o be de ana World Cup we so no so sky ye de awie de but na me calculate me so me
I must when dini ya e so odi esika mai because your mouth, every time my mouse gets and discover a DB at the 100. Now could be 300. Some about 200 next or the banana. Huh? Oh, Fama.
And ye more pay ye in there.
Eh?
Ye, dear, I'm open.
Ye, okay, yes, I meant to ask you.
Sir, o say, would in a year now, when in a year. I'll call
him. I say, ye, and say, no, on Baroga says, I had the Chirika.
say ticket prices the Korean stable.
Yeah.
Now me nyabo tram transfer me sham na si so be. Me so we seem to it.
Lankasa na be on.
Aha.
And no so be sa case die. Case die.
Why more there?
Before Niska. Adanya mbe iska free we say before you na be wo. Adani. Fone me ngadune.
Ya me yesro mi.
O iska first na o mo first can there say sa baba ko. Iska be adu be sensia. Enso o mebu nkonta wai. Me aha ye mfa compare. Then yes say bia o kan go for so be e compare first there no.
So also no akra di ka say. Omo projections omo ye no also omo ye no omo budget no. Omo compare price omo dey compare kata there no. But World Cup we know too expensive. Tisha we could use kata prices now because I say our kata tickets no now be the end board dey probably be $100.
Yeah.
But hano but you have to take it 1,260 something tickets, 1,400 and something ticket airborne price $. What you saying?
I think no more dey kata there na.
So also more World Cup the same tournament. Ti no more back tournament na you coin. But it's been 4 years.
They be wrong. And I even cry say pekra who make it by so will make you room for unforeseen circumstances.
Okay.
And no say we budget for ni na ka budget. When say one farm man is on you good, obi our budget no you good. And sign. Skawi. Na debio and the young free man. Not the madam say a free man.
There also no say ye be fia na e be obodin kunta ne beba.
Obi a o say nyan no say ye beje ye say Colombia ye beje World Cup.
Say ni na ye wi be.
Na ye say we dey ye atiri.
I no say ti ye be fia. Yeah, be ka.
The way minister here and me madwe am say bia na so for bia ka kire say e kura last stop ani ana say me ntiase.
You kura do.
I kwa say you kura last stop ana say bia I don't be say Colombia be say on kan ye hu but boys ni vanguso.
O ka say be fia me chase because your boy ani could do the final thing ye je. Just to be
and the sika no semi final ye the continue do final ye be say the bia ko kan. I the and they say and the problem bia ni ho. Enti baby e won nye budget aye ba ye be kan wa asem we should concentrate on what is going. E bi kra na nyame ya doni ya kwese France or final cup no. And the nka obadia ono nye ba ono me account ye money nya account bia e you bia na mbisa ye onim na the table be so be account ye be kwa prep ye mpa account bia
ye nyi ani ye nyi ani
nanga o be kwa ti account.
Hey, I say Afrique Logistics as well Mr. We will be out on from China, Edinburgh, Ghana. Yeah, not shipping here problem. They were and there. Afrique Logistics and shipping services about them. Mama easy. And they are small parcels, full containers. There to do fast clearing and so warehouses. You know China. You and Afi Guangzhou and our Ghana and Swatamani Kumasi. Warehouses. So how many money say what supply? 0536735393 0536 735-393 and 0204-818-823 0204-818-823. Now no enkasa Menapa Royal Guest House Shim School Junction offer Grace gift anyone ma baby obeda wo Kumasi say there man Menapa security 24 hours in so nkania agina so sanso na rooms na kama ho ye neat eno mo sanso treat wo kama Menapa shuttle over baby na pese be fa just give us a phone call about for 0543-556-666 0543-556-666 and 0544-882-772 na wafre Kumasi Agro Processing Company Limited at the Angel Killing Certified Aba Akati SA Kuku Sanso na aye black pod disease SA Kuku we hear Angel Killing Certified be also organic liquid fertilizer and so be ma no buy no any from area ma Kenny Rose Internet Solutions ya friend internet connectivity we hear friend of baba yen kama area ma 0208282810 0208282810 now on the enkasa na bibia enye kama emfa ema Max wouldn't say na your birthday kese pa baako na your birthday kese pa baako I am saying kamore yefi say na some tuga birthday
hey Often you say US on.
Yes.
But maintaining go. I don't need to more around. Maintain.
Okay, I think that Chama Moko friend me man. Yeah, Jesse's video come out. That was when I been in the
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Auto Jesse's very 15.
Oh, okay. That's good.
On a family.
Yeah.
And the big boss, Sam Tuga. Oh, you heavy book.
Yeah, heavy.
Ghana, England, and Mihuno.
Yeah.
All stadium. We want for video.
I think say Niwe Pane mini pa they are Stanford. Yeah, I think that they are brothers or very good friends. Yeah, for sure. Omo good too.
Sam Tuga. Oh, heavy book.
Big man, yeah, ma wada pa. Nyamin sha na de da wakuma so nyina. So o de ndie nyinche won. Say Sam Tuga de ndie. Sam Tuga de ndie nyinche.
I mean, crab no tea. I have there some to
oh no, so yeah, bad boy.
Bompire, some to
go. Oh, some to go. Yeah, longevity in good health. That's any account. Yeah. That is the kind of blessing we are looking for you. Yeah. We are praying for God to show you mercies and favor in everything that you do. God richly bless you. Yeah. Ado bahan. Enya last bahan. Also blame me do. Yeah. Okay. Me jina wa no assign the bia be council say sign for account. Na say na PFM my sports crew then help you.
Na some to gaba.
Yes. Me also okay. My dear didn't mean sania me o hwan dey about say ade o say sanji we count. Ye so aye blue ni bisa. Oh, some to guy, but me telling catch a crack. I won't say BBI okay. And yeah, okay. Some to go with a special bed. Oh, the birthday with it. I know think I'll can't tell me and as a gas also in Shep Maya. And some to a Ghana Bessie. Ghana Bessie in Tina BBI Bear fine. Yamin shall be. Yeah. Some to go, boss. Happy birthday to you, director. Now, and one of our other listener, one or contributed to our show very much. You see, and one texted me. Say, and then birthday. Kojo Bechi. Kojo Bechi. Honestly, any birthday. Yeah, and only something to get in a birthday. 2nd of July. Hey, and Master Umunye is a mood. Well, you happy birthday to you, brother. Nyankopo Inshallah. Sanso, and I wish you happy birthday to Ma Rose Ya Mensa. Na Ma Rose Ewo Enkarie na Ifri Manager Peter. And also, I wish Ma Rose Ya Mensa a happy birthday today. Okay. Monfre Jake Mame. Now Omer take care of Mami answer because women say if you know but happy birthday to Miss Enchiwa. Miss Enchiwa, a student ewo Une. Na you say oh yeah agribusiness student and your birthday from Gideon. And now Ocean wish Miss Enchiwa and so a happy birthday today. I'll say happy birthday to is it Ohenema Ba and I say Obenma Ba Abena Osei. I just want to get the name right. Ohenema Ba Abena Osei. And then when you're 8 years, school with D&D and then your birthday. Happy birthday to you from the entire family. Wishing you a happy birthday. Right. Opening say BBN HRB. Okay. See any yemfa na de nsi wa na yenso yenkodi a home. Only China holiday there. Yeah. Holiday. Una na me dwen ho. Na me dwen ho. Say na o ka say born time no show ni ade. Entire holiday there. Opa say na we point no point akofie koda ti asem. Na ball nye ochina ho ma. O de da say na we be da no wa da him. And I'll just say because upompo beba. It's inside of we a yen kaibo or say the late Oba Penny Christiana a Japan. Na do rafreno e fia daboni na nyame ya adoma Saturday we ewo a Chenokrum Community Center enom de betum pe maropa no num edikusi no wotwe na omakwaje na wufusom ewo Pentecost a Chenokrum anopa 8:30 to 10 a.m. Nafi omakopene krabie ewo a Chenokrum cemetery mu wia ewo a Chenokrum Community Center hodma from 1 to 6 p.m. Ebushia besa betenase na on Sunday so no besa kwa sorry wo Pentecost ewo a Chenokrum na omu wia omasa betenase wo community center ho 1 to 6 p.m. Nafi na chisikasa no
omanum kra different way eye nkai bo kakra eno so aba na ya no for sports center pass through sports center nebeje o Black Stars Jesus no because Saturday ahomachi Colombia for ye no omo
bunga mu
eno omo chia yam say
enti say
86 minutes yes we dia ba ku
so bia jene dia
ya dia we bi si bi
bi ene da be ko
James Rodriguez for mu yi
World Cup o na to nwum no
on to
referee no yes remember man emphasize the ma game no Nigeria so ma zenga bana boy so na to nwum tie bi o mo so be nga favors Ghana
I wish for you musia nyankopon ya adoma ye be sa no ma dia share have a wonderful day stay blessed good afternoon yakra mo nyina